Hello, everyone out there in Rumble X and YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego, and today we're going to talk some more about Babygirl, your favorite non-movie that came out last year. It's a chick flick, so it qualifies for my review. Unfortunately, I'm probably the only person you know that saw the whole thing. Okay, because nobody really watched this movie. Like I was shocked. Because the first time I saw the trailer for this, I got an emotional response. I got angry. I got angry because this was yet another movie glamorizing women cheating on men, which, if you want to make a movie about that, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with making a movie about that. The problem is where are the movies about the men cheating on their wives glamorizing that? You don't see those movies. Those movies don't exist anywhere. I dare you to find one. Okay, they glamorize the man cheating on his wife. Find one. Okay, now I use the example of Fatal Attraction. First of all, that movie came out 40 years ago. Okay, and second of all, that was not, it didn't glamorize his infidelity. Okay, it actually made his life worse, a lot worse. Okay, he wasn't pursuing this woman until finally it came to the breaking point. And I was like, oh no, now I have to stop seeing her. No, he wanted a one and done, and she talked him into doing a two and done. And then he said, that's it, man. I don't want anything else from you. I don't want to do this anymore. I never wanted to keep doing this, and that's when she went nuts on him. Okay, and made him and his family suffer for his indiscretions. Okay, great movie. Okay, but it wasn't glamorized. The affair wasn't glamorized. And that movie made a lot of money. It was very successful. Michael Douglas, Glenn Close, I think she won an award for that. It did really, really well. Okay, Ann Archer was in it as well. So that movie did very good. Okay, name one movie where the guy cheats on his wife and it's glamorized. Okay, name one. There isn't any. But yet we get movies like this over and over again. Okay, over and over again. I mean, J-Lo did one. I haven't thought about reviewing it. J-Lo did one where she's married to John Corbett, from Sex and the City. What's his name? He's Aiden from Sex and the City. Yeah, well, every movie he's in, his wife cheats on him in every single movie he's in. Okay, and in this one, she's married to him, and she cheats on him with like one of her students. I guess she's a teacher, one of her high school students or something. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? I actually consider reviewing it once, just because these movies piss me off. Okay, I hate it. It's only a matter of time before they're going to make a chick flick where the woman is a teacher and she falls in love with her 17-year-old student, and it's going to glamorize that. Okay, I guarantee you that's going to happen. Whoever plays the 17-year-old is going to become the next stud. He's going to become the next Glenn Powell, and he's going to become the lead in every rom-com for the next 10 years. Okay, and then whatever middle-aged woman plays the teacher, she's going to be hailed as the savior of traditional sexual norms. As the defier of sexual norms. As an avatar against forcing people into binary sexual relationships, that kind of crap. Okay, that's what's going to happen. It's only a matter of time. You'll never see it the other way around. You'll never see it the other way around. Not in Hollywood. As long as Hollywood is woke, which it will be, it's not going to change. Hollywood's always been woke. You didn't notice that? Okay, it's never been conservative, ever. Okay, they had more pull back in the old days, but when the Hays Code came out in the 1930s, they were very strict on what you could show in a movie. But once that was released, okay, Hollywood went wild. It's always been about expression, about artists, okay, about pushing the norms, okay, pushing the progressiveness, okay, challenging the established status quo, the established culture, challenging it. Breaking through that. It's always been that way. And who does that more than anyone else? It's the liberals, of course. So, of course, the liberals control it. And that's never going to change. Okay? Hollywood might go under completely, and all movies will be created by AI. Okay? Or something like that was probably what's going to happen. Okay? But Hollywood itself will never change. Okay? They'll die on this hill. They will go down with the boat. Okay? And anyone that tries to scurry, any rat that tries to get off when the boat's already halfway in the water, that tries to scurry off, and say, "Oh, come with me. I'll give you what you want." They're gonna fail. They're gonna fail. Okay, because rats can't swim. All right, and that's the truth. They can't. So, moving right along. Baby Girl here. I'm not done watching it yet, but I am reviewing it as I go along, and then when I'm done reviewing the whole thing, I'll give you my overall review of everything. I'm just going up by scene by scene. I'm breaking this movie apart completely. Obviously, I don't like this movie. Okay, not only does it do a bad job, not only does it glamorize, okay, women cheating on their husbands, but it does a bad job of it. It's not believable. Okay, there's no verisimilitude in this thing. Okay, it's not believable that this person would act this way. Okay, the movies already expect me to believe certain things about her. Okay, she's a boss bitch, she's a billionaire, she owns her own tech company, she makes robots. Okay, but then they also expect me to believe that she shares the same elevator as her interns. Okay, that she hangs out at the same bars that her interns and her employees hang out at. You know, that she does all these things. This is ridiculous. This is not believable at all. Excuse me. Her husband is completely in the dark about her affair. Okay, this woman likes to get off. She's risking her, not only her marriage and her family, okay, but her career, okay, her position at the company that she founded. Okay, she's the CEO now, but her company's publicly traded. She's just the CEO now, but she started this company. Okay, now she's going to lose that position. There'll probably be a scandal, so she's going to lose her professional reputation. Okay, nobody's going to want to do business with her. Okay, she risks losing her husband. Her husband might divorce her over this and sue her for alimony because she's got more money than him. Okay, her kids might disown her. Okay, or might have huge resentments towards her for breaking their dad's heart, for breaking up the family. You see what I mean? These are all risks that a normal person would face if they were in the same situation. But Nicole Kidman's character, Romy, steamrolls through all of that. She don't care. All she cares about is getting her rocks off. That's the most important thing for her, okay? And she likes to get off when men tell her what to do. She likes to be dominated, okay? She likes to be told what to do. She likes to be humiliated, okay? Get on your fours, lick the milk out of this saucer. You smash a glass on the floor. Pick that up. Turn around. Get on your knees. Sit over there on the corner. She likes that. I mean, I know there's girls that like that. Okay, I get it. Okay, I know women like that. Okay, so this is what gets her off. Okay, fine. That's what gets her off. Okay, but that is more important to her than everything else I just mentioned. Really? Maslow, the psychiatrist Maslow, established a hierarchy of needs. Okay, which tells you, the basic is you need food and shelter, that kind of thing. Then it goes up to self-actualization, friendships, all like that, as you go up the ladder. This movie's telling me that the number one thing on her pyramid, okay, of higher needs is her orgasms. Okay, she needs to come on a regular basis because her husband didn't provide that for her. But now she found a young guy that can provide that for her. Okay, that treats her, like treats her the way she wants to be treated, like shit. Okay, and that gets her off. Okay, that's more important. Okay, now before we keep going this way, okay. Yes, I do understand that this is the way women act whenever they meet someone that they're really into. I get it. I've been there myself, okay? I've even done this to a couple of women, okay? Believe it or not, all right? I might know a little bit of what I'm talking about. Yes, there is the flood of endorphins, okay? The hormone rush that you get when you start seeing someone that you really like, when you start a new relationship, okay? I get it. And women are, in my opinion, women are more prone to this than men are. Okay, every time I've started dating a girl, and we really end up clicking, she's blowing up my phone. She wants to know where I am. Okay, she wants to meet me right away. Hey, let's go fuck right now. I'm coming over. That kind of thing. She wants to fuck in the parking lot. She wants to go everywhere, do everything with me, and all that. Cause she's telling all her friends about me, how cool I am, and all. I get that. Okay, I understand. That's how women are, especially in the beginning. Okay, in the beginning, that's where we are. The rush. Okay. But I never knew a woman who would, quit her job for me because she was in a rush of emotions towards me. I never knew a woman who would leave her baby, okay, in a child seat inside of a car while she goes in the store to see me and hang out with me. Okay, you see what I mean? I don't know any woman that would do that. Okay, because that's where you cross a line. There's a limit to how far, okay, this euphoria is going to go. Okay. For her character, Romy, she has no limit. She has no limit. She will throw away everything in her life, okay, because she's so incensed with this guy. She's so incensed with Samuel, okay, that, She is totally in the swept up romantic phase, okay? Like even right now, okay, she's about to learn some things about him, okay? But she will still continue to pursue him. He doesn't pursue her, she pursues him. She wants to see him. She's always thinking about him, okay? At the expense of her husband and her kids and her career and her job, okay? And even her other employees. She is obsessed with Samuel, okay? You see what I mean? And you can't expect me to believe that a woman who built herself into this thing, into the CEO, okay? With her own grit, okay? With her own professionalism, with her own intelligence, okay? Her hard work ethic and all that stuff, okay? Is this fucking stupid? Is this fucking gullible? Okay, yes, now I know you see it all the time on TV. You know, some woman fucking got scammed out of $250,000 because she gave it all to some internet boyfriend that ran off with it. Okay, you know those scams. Yes, that's true. But look at those women. Okay, those women are more pathetic than Nicole Kidman. Okay, these are women that are old and unattractive and fat, and they live alone. They have this big house, but they live alone. Okay, they've got no dating prospects. There's no guy pounding on their door wanting to take them out to see the next chick flick movie. Okay, they're alone by themselves. They're online all the fucking time, eating their fucking Cheetos and their cinema buns. Okay, of course they're fucking lonely and horny. Okay, and here comes some guy with some fake pictures telling her, you know, oh my God, you know, you're so incredible. I see you in a way no one else does. Send me $150,000. They'll do it. Okay. They'll do that. And then they'll go to the tabloid TV stations and complain, oh, I was scammed. Don't do it. No one's going to do what you did because they're not. Most women are not pathetic like you. You see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about here. Okay? They try to build up Romy, that's Nicole Kidman's character, trying to build her up as this boss bitch, incredibly successful, independent, don't need no man, okay, intelligent, strong boss bitch. But at the end of the day, she is like one of those pathetic women that send their life savings away on an internet scam. Okay, she's like that. And the fact that she thinks that she's doing something good here, okay, she's getting her needs met finally at the expense of everything else and everyone else. Okay, it's hard for me to root for a character like this. It's hard for me to take a character like this seriously. Okay, if she was more charming, I would like her more. Okay, like a Tony Soprano. I've said this before in other videos. Like Tony Soprano is a psychopath, but he's fucking charming as hell. He's multi-layered. There's more to him than just the fact that he's a mob boss that kills people that cross him. Okay, there's a lot more to him than just that. If that's all he was, it would be a boring TV show and nobody would watch it. It wouldn't last 8 seasons. Okay, same thing like Patrick Bateman, the Christian Bale's character in American Psycho. Okay, that guy is a complete sociopath, a serial killer, all those things, narcissist, you name it. Vain, self-obsessed, selfish, everything. No empathy for others. Okay, but he's entertaining. Okay, he's got a quirky sense of humor that goes with his psychopathy. Okay, which is, you know, which works. You know, also the setting helps. It's in the 80s. You know, Reagan era. Everyone's trying to make money on Wall Street. Okay, greed was like, you know, it was a virtue. Okay, in the world that Patrick Bateman lives in, okay? Selfishness is a virtue in a world like that, okay? So he blends right in. He just takes it a few steps further than the average guy that works with him, okay? But they're all pretty much the same. They can't even distinguish him from the other the Wall Street guys. You see what I mean? That was the whole point, okay? Is that here's this guy hiding in plain sight, and none of you see him because you're all are really close to being like him. You see what I mean? That works. This doesn't work. There's nothing likable about her. Okay, about Romy, okay? And something else that I noticed about her is that she has no female friends. Did you notice that? She has no female friends at all. Now, your typical bitch, okay, like a Sex and the City, they spend all their time with their friends. They tell their friends everything, okay? I guarantee you, if she had a female friend, her friend would have known all about the affair way before she told her husband about it, okay? But yet, Nicole Kidman has no female friends. That means she doesn't relate to other women. Why is that? How is that she doesn't relate to other women, okay? Pretty much every girl I've ever dated, okay, had female friends, okay? Because they relate to each other. They bond over things that men and women together don't bond over, okay? Shopping, gossip, and whatever the hell's going on, you know? Their hair, okay? What the fuck? I'm not gonna spend 2 hours talking to my girlfriend about hair, okay, or clothes, or who's fucking who, Okay, what the hell? That's not something I enjoy talking. I'll talk to her about other things. Okay, and just like I'll talk to my guy friends about guy things. Okay, but the fact that Romy has no female friends means she has no outlet to share her sexual frustrations. Okay, she literally has nobody except her husband, and she don't even like her husband. So what the fuck? You know, it's ridiculous that this woman has no social life at all, and that doesn't ring true to me. Okay, you can't be a CEO and not have people, not know people in your own circles that you can relate to. Okay, that you can do things with. You see what I mean? So that's not believable right there. Did they do that on purpose, or just does the writer of this movie just not have any friends, so they don't know how to write a woman that doesn't have friends? Okay, that has no, that has friends. They don't know how to write a woman like that because they don't have any. That's the only thing I can think of. It's also unbelievable to me that Antonio Banderas' character, who is a theater director, I mean, he directs like people that have been in movies or that will be in movies, okay? People that are famous or will be famous, okay? And he can't get fucking laid, okay? He is one of the fucking, he's one of the gatekeepers of the acting industry, and he can't pull some ass on the side. He's gonna be completely 100% faithful to his wife, okay? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm supposed to believe that? No, no. I've said this before and I'll say it again. This entire movie, the conflict in this movie could be solved very easily. Okay? All Jacob, Antonio Banderas' character, Romy's husband, all he has to do is be fucking women that work for him. That's it. Okay? He has sex with these younger aspiring actresses, you know, or women that, you know, that they were in a couple of flops, so now they have no choice but to do theater. Whatever, okay? He gets better at sex. Now he can please his wife. Okay? That is realistic and legitimate right there. Now I know you women don't fucking like it, okay? But this movie is about an unlikable woman, so what the fuck does it matter whether you like it or not? Okay? Okay, women always justify a woman cheating on her husband if the husband is unlikable, okay? So here I am gonna justify a man cheating on his wife if she's fucking unlikable, okay? He'd be better in bed. That's how men get better at bed, okay, is by fucking women. That's the only way. That is the only way you learn how to please women is by fucking women. You don't get that from porn. Porn's not real. You see what I mean? Just like women, you don't learn how to pleasure a man by fucking reading romance novels. Okay, that shit's not fucking real. So, it's true. It's true, okay? He becomes a better lover and fucking, yeah, he's gonna satisfy his wife. Okay, good to go. She don't have to go outside the marriage. Now, granted, you know, there's gonna be women, you know, that she's gonna have to, like, she's gonna have to compete with other women for his sexual favors. But I think she would like that. She would like that. The fact that she's always got to be on her toes. She can't ever let off on her husband. I think she would appreciate that. It'll give her something to do, other than just fucking boss people around at her company all day long. You see what I mean? So I think everybody would be satisfied like that. But they can't show that here, okay? Because you can't have that. Okay, and because you got to make the husband a pussy, okay, a cuck. He's got to be a cuck. Antonio Banderas has to be a cuck in this movie in order for this story to play out the way that the filmmakers want it to play out. Okay, probably the reasons Nicole Kidman even took this role. I think that she's on way too many fucking antidepressants or whatever the fuck she's on that she agreed to fucking be in this movie. This movie's not gonna do her career any fucking good. It's a movie about a woman who's clearly over the hill. I know she was hot in the past, but those days are long gone. And she doesn't want to accept that, and so this affair makes her feel young again. It makes her feel attractive again, okay? And she doesn't want to let that go. She wants to keep feeling the way that she did, the way that she felt but took for granted back when she was in her 20s and 30s. You see what I mean? So this is an escape for women, okay? Like, oh my God, I want to feel attractive again. I want to feel loved again. I want guys to get hard every time I walk by again, like they used to. Blah, blah, blah. You see what I mean? That's what it is, okay? It's a woman having a 3/4 of a life crisis, okay? And that's what this movie's all about. So sorry, I can't really feel sorry for her, okay? You know, women like to tell boys you need to grow up. You need to fucking grow up, okay? And I agree, okay? We do need to grow up, okay? I think Nicole Kidman needs to fucking grow up, okay? You're not fucking 30 years old anymore. You're not 25 anymore, okay? Legends of the Fall, that was a long fucking time ago, okay? Oh no, she wasn't in that. That was Brad Pitt. Okay, no. The one that she was in with fucking her husband Tom Cruise. Where they're on horseback, shit, and whatever the fuck. Anyway, she's not young and pretty anymore like she was in Batman Forever. Okay, like she was in To Die For. Okay, that was 30 years ago. That was a long time ago. Okay, 30 plus years ago. Okay, she needs to fucking grow up. Okay, accept the fact that you're older now. Okay, you're fucking 57. Okay, you don't need to be doing these fucking erotic thrillers. Okay, we don't need to be seeing your fucking naked fucking Ozempic body with your fake titties and your no ass. We don't need to see that. Okay, bad enough we got to see all the puffiness from your fucking Botox on your face that you can't emote like a normal human being. Okay, but I don't know what the fuck you were thinking. Well, I do know what you were thinking. I know what you were thinking. Okay, and it's sad. It's sad that this is what's become of you. All right, let's get to the movie here. Now we left off last time. Sam and Romy, they had a private meeting. Okay, their mentorship program that they do, and basically he told her he's blackmailing her now. Okay, he's telling her, listen, you're either gonna do what I say. I'm gonna make the rules here. I'm gonna tell you what the fuck to do, and you're gonna fucking do it. If you don't do it, okay, then I'm going to talk to HR. I'm going to ask for a transfer. There's going to be an investigation. They're going to find out that you've been fucking me, and you're going to lose your job and your reputation. There'll be a scandal and everything else that comes with that. So either you do what I say or else. And she's like, oh, okay. So she's agrees to it. Okay. Well, of course she's going to agree. And then he tells her, but come on, let's be honest here, baby. Okay. The truth is, I don't need to do that, and I'm not going to do that. You know why? Because let's be honest. Okay, you like it. You like it, and that's true. She does like it. She likes being told what to do. She likes someone having authority and power over her because she has power over everyone else. Okay? That's all her employees. You see what I mean? Despite the fact that she fraternizes with them. This is ridiculous. Anyway, so that's going on here, okay? So anyway, he fingers her a little bit in the office and he walks away. Okay, no, I'm not making that up, okay? So now she can use plausible deniability. Now she can say when she eventually gets caught, which she will, I'm sure she will, okay, when she eventually gets caught, she can always say she was blackmailed into doing it. She didn't want to do it. She was forced into it. She did it against her will. Ooh, yeah, right. Like, people fucking believe that, okay? Let me tell you something, okay? Ever since Harvey Weinstein got busted, if there's one thing men know out there, okay, is most of you women were not blackmailed, okay? You were not threatened. You were not coerced, okay? You were more than willing to jump on Harvey Weinstein's cock, okay, if it meant getting you a role in a movie, okay? So don't give me that bullshit, okay, about how he forced you to do it. Fuck no, okay? You threw away your morals a long fucking time ago, way before you ever fucking set foot in his office, okay? You'd already been fucking ran through, okay, like the fucking Denver Broncos, all right? Way before you even looked at Harvey Weinstein for the first time. So don't give me that fucking bullshit, all right? Anyway, so yes, okay. Okay, anyway, so the next thing we see here, okay, what do you call it? They meet at a hotel, okay? Okay, she's wearing a nice dress. She paid for the hotel. This is like a 4 or 5 star hotel now. Earlier when they were in a hotel, they were like in a motel, a shitty little fucking cheap fucking Motel 6 type place. That's the first time they had sex, okay, when he fingered her and all that, okay? But now they're in an expensive hotel, okay? So obviously she paid for it, okay? She's the CEO. She's the billionaire here. And she's wearing a nice dress, whatever. He takes her into the room. He's actually impressed by how nice the hotel is because he's blue collar. He grew up poor. His dad like fucking wrote poetry or some shit, whatever the fuck that was, okay? He used to be a fucking security guard. Anyway, so he was not raised in money, okay? And she clearly was, okay? So he's impressed with the hotel, and then he sits there in the hotel room, makes her take off her clothes, okay? He orders Romy to stay seated on the couch and tells her to take her panties off, which she does. She opens her legs, okay? We get to see the whole fucking Sharon Stone thing there, okay? But she takes off her clothes. She stands up. She tries to cover her boobs and her bush, okay, which is ridiculous. We've already seen her naked, okay? She has covered with her hands, okay? Now she's the one being modest. She's the one being all modest here, okay? Yeah, like that makes a lot of fucking sense. She's been trying to rape this guy throughout the whole movie, and now she's the one like, oh, don't look at me. That kind of fucking thing, right? Okay, and he's like, you're so beautiful. No, she's not, okay? She ain't the worst thing I've ever seen. I said that before, okay? I would do her, okay? In this lighting, she looks better than she does in other scenes in the movie. Okay, the director of photography knew what he was doing here. Okay, he lit it perfectly so like you don't see all the Botox from a distance. Okay, and clearly she's been on Ozempic because she's lost a lot of weight. Unfortunately, she doesn't have enough muscle tone. Okay, I don't like chicken legs. Okay, I like women with thicker legs. Okay, it's more feminine, a rounder butt. It's more feminine. Okay, anyway, she's like, no, I'm not. Well, in this light, she looks decent. Okay. He's like, you are, yes, you are. Anyway, he tells her, you are beautiful. He said, no, I'm not, you're beautiful. No, I'm not, that kind of thing. Anyway, he hugs her and they start slow dancing, okay? And this is where he tells her the line from the movie. He's hugging her, he's slow dancing with her. He's like, oh, you're my baby girl. Like that. And we start listening to fucking Father Figure by George Michael, okay? That movie came out in 1980. That song came out in 1987. I remember that very well. This was back before George Michael went public with being gay. Although everybody, including my guy friends, we all fucking knew that he was gay. Back when he first came, back when he was on Wham, we knew he was gay. But the women had a longer time catching up to that. Okay, a lot of girls used to talk about how hot George Michael was when I was a kid, like in junior high and stuff. And all that stuff. And MTV would promote that. Oh, he's such a stud. Look at that ass of his. They even made jokes about his ass on Saturday Night Live. Like Dana Carvey would fucking pretend to be George Michael on Saturday Night Live, and he'd be like, look at my butt, look at it, you can't take your eyes off of it, that kind of, in his, dressed like George Michael, So yeah, that was a big thing, was George Michael's ass in the late 80s, okay, but us guys knew that this guy was a fag all the whole time. We knew he never tricked us. But he had some good songs. He had some really good songs, Father Figure was one of them. It was one of his slower songs after he left Wham, and I enjoyed listening. I used to listen to it in my car all the time, It's a good video, too. He plays like a taxi driver. Yeah, that was the thing back in the day, taxi drivers. Not Uber, not Lyft, taxi drivers. And he picks up some supermodel in New York who sits in the backseat of his car, and I guess they talk about something, and she starts fantasizing about him or whatever. Anyway, now she can't concentrate as a model, okay, because she's thinking about the fucking gay taxi driver with the fucking chain earring. I mean, it's... Yeah, anyway, that's the Father Figure, okay? George Michael, okay, who passed away. He passed away, I think, in 2019 or something. It's sad. But, he had a lot of great music. I loved a lot of his music, okay? Freedom, I won't let you down. Freedom, freedom, you got to get what you take. See, now you're thinking about that song. Now you're dancing to it now, right? He had a lot of hit songs, okay? Of course, the ever famous "Wake Me Up Before You Go, Don't Leave Me Hanging On Like a Yo-Yo." Remember that video where he had the white and blue Speedo on and the pink sweater and the dishwashing gloves? Wake me up before you go. God, that was a long time ago. I was in grade school when that one came out. That was a long time ago. But yeah, he made a cultural footprint, okay, in that era, okay. So obviously Nicole Kidman is from that era as well. So although this fucking guy Samuel wasn't even born in that era yet, so we start hearing that. I want to be your father figure. Put your tiny hand in mine. I want to be your preacher, teacher. Anything you had in mind. I want to be your father figure. I have had enough of time. Now I want to be the one who loves you till the end of time. Okay, enough George Michael. I'm sorry, okay? But I haven't heard this song in a long time, okay? Bad enough they already played fucking Never Tear Us Apart by INXS a couple of videos ago, and now I gotta listen to fucking Father Figure by George Michael. Moving right along. Okay, so that's going on here. Yeah, he says baby girl. They slow dance with her naked, and she fucking gets on her knees. He makes her get on her knees. And then you know what happens. Actually, we don't see it. They cut. We don't get to see that. We don't get to see him getting pleasure. This movie's not about his pleasure at all. It's not about Antonio Banderas' pleasure. It's definitely not about this fucker, Harris Dickinson's pleasure. It's not about him at all. This whole movie is about Romy's pleasure. It's about Nicole Kidman's pleasure. The men, we're superfluous in this movie. We don't fucking matter. We're basically a fucking dildo, okay? Or a fucking vibrator that talks every once in a while. Okay, that's our purpose in this movie. It's all about her pleasure, nothing to do with ours. Nothing in it for the men, okay? Probably one of the reasons why men didn't watch this fucking piece of shit. Okay, there's nothing in it for us. There's nothing for us to look at. There's nothing for us to fucking get horny about. There's nothing to turn us on in this fucking movie. It's all about fucking Romy. It's all about Nicole Kidman. It's all about you fucking desperate fucking incel women out there in your fucking 50s and 60s that think you can still pull fucking cock like you did when you were 19. And you fucking can't. But you don't want to admit that to yourself. So what do you fucking do? You watch one of these movies and it makes you feel better about yourself, doesn't it? Okay? Am I right or what? Okay? Let's just call it for what it is. All right? Let's call it for what it is. I'll give you a straight man's fucking point of view here, okay? The real question you gotta ask yourself is, can you handle it? Can you handle the truth? Because I know damn well you cannot. You can't even handle this truth right now. You can't even stand what I just, oh my God, did I just burst your fucking bubble? Boo-hoo-hoo. I'm so sorry. You're a goddamn grown woman. You should fucking know better by now. All right. So moving right along. So so she gets on her knees and it ain't to be praying, that's for sure. Okay, but we don't get to see it, so that kind of sucks. Okay, anyway, and we don't get to see the blowjob. Okay, like I said, nothing for the men. We quickly go to being nighttime. Okay, and now they're fucking drunk and they're dancing, and now Samuel took off his shirt, so he's dancing all solo and shit with a cocktail in his hand. So he's kind of fucked up right now and shit. You know, she's just there in her fucking bathrobe. Okay, her white bathrobe. Okay, and they're fucking, to father figure. Okay, so he's drunk and shirtless, but not body. He still got his pants on. What the fuck is up with that? Who the hell? I've done this plenty of times. Okay, in hotel rooms, no less. Okay, some after sex dancing and shit while you're drinking out. I've done that too. Okay, and you know what? I didn't fucking put my pants on to fucking do it. Okay. I didn't have to. She's fucking naked. I'm naked. We're in a private fucking hotel. What the fuck? I'm not saying I want to see his junk. Okay, you don't have to fucking film him from the waist down. But when you have pants on him, it tells us that they haven't had sex yet, or it tells us that they did have sex. But then he put his pants back on just so he could dance around the room. What the fuck? He's over here giving her lap dances like he's a fucking Chippendales LeBaire dancer or some shit. What the fuck? Dude, man, you would never make it in fucking Chippendales. You would never make it in fucking LeBaire, okay? You gotta fucking put some more on here. Like, what the fuck, dude? I could fucking break you in half with one fucking hand. Anyway, moving right along. I'm sorry, man. Maybe you women like him, and I get it. He's young. He's got a handsome face and shit, okay? But the guy's a fucking pussy. I'm sorry, but he's a fucking pussy. He might be a pretty boy, and I get that, okay? But the bottom line is, okay, if you're walking down the street with him and a couple of guys approach you to rob you, is this guy gonna fucking save you? Is this guy gonna fucking protect you, or is he gonna fucking run away? Now, if you're walking down the street with me and a couple of guys approach to rob us, okay? Which one of us do you think is gonna fucking be able to fucking take care of your ass and protect you, huh? You see what I mean? I mean, what the fuck? There's what women like, and then there's what's practical. Okay, yeah, women like fucking Harry Styles, but I guarantee you, okay, if some bullies came up to you with Harry Styles, he would be the first one to shit himself. Okay? He'll be the first one to shit himself, and he'll give the fucking, the robber a fucking blowjob just to leave him alone. Happily. Okay? Then you get a real guy, okay, he's gonna fucking defend your ass. He's gonna fucking protect you. Nice, you women, hey, you know what, girls? Like what you like. Like what you like. That's the truth. Like what you like. Don't listen to me. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway, moving right along. So we get a father figure. Romy just sits there, okay, in a hotel, okay, bathrobe, okay, while Sam is giving her a fucking lap dance like he's a fucking stripper or something. He ain't got the body of a stripper. I'm sorry, you don't, dude. All right, and this begins a montage, okay? So we go back and forth now between being in the hotel room, dancing to father figure while they're half naked, or she's in her bathrobe, okay, and then being at work, okay, in the office. Okay, we go back and forth now. Okay, later at work, Sam makes Romy suck on his fingers at work, okay, and his thumb, he does the whole, like that, and his thumb. By kissing her and shit, so he's just displaying his dominance over her, and that gets her off. He tells her to come up with a safe word, okay? Later on, they come up with what's a safe word, Okay, there's only one fucking safe word. It's fucking stop. Okay, that's the only fucking safe word. Anyway, so she comes up with a safe word, and the safe word is Jacob. Yes, her husband. Her husband's name is her safe word. Well, if your husband represents security, why the fuck are you fucking this guy then? You see what I mean? Like, what the hell? You want your cake and eat it too? You don't get to have both. We're not allowed to have both. So what the fuck should you? You see what I mean? Anyway, that's her safe word, Jacob. Okay, and believe it or not, Harris is okay with it. He's like, okay, Jacob, your husband. All right, fine. Like, he didn't give it a second thought. Like, okay. All right. Now, ladies, that's a red flag. I mean, this whole movie's a fucking red flag, but that right there should tell you something, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, okay? This guy, Samuel, doesn't give two fucking shits about fucking Romy, okay? The only reason he's fucking her is to advance his career, okay? He's a fucking intern in her company, okay? She's basically the owner of the company. She's a fucking CEO, okay? By fucking her, he's going to get promoted, okay, hell of a lot faster and a lot more fucking fringe benefits, okay? A lot more fucking, expense accounts, if you know what I mean, okay? So, and this is so easy to fucking figure out, but Romy doesn't see it that way. She sees it as he's legitimately in love with her or some shit. That's why he gets her off all the time. It's because he cares so much about her pleasure. You see what I mean? This is a load of shit. This is a load of shit. Anyway, okay? And that thought of that never even occurs to her. A woman who's supposed to be so fucking smart, graduated first in her class at Yale, but she can't figure this fucking thing out? Okay, so anyway, so that's going on here. Okay, he pours milk into a saucer and makes her fucking lick it up like a fucking cat. Okay, her face is all in it, and shit, milk all over her face. Okay, he licks the milk off of her face. Okay, like a fucking dog. Okay, it's very humiliating. Okay, he carries her around the hotel room. He picks her up and carries her around the hotel room. Okay, at one point he chokes her while he's kissing her neck and shit, With nothing wrong with that, I guess. I mean, I've done that myself, okay? So that's no big deal. Earlier when he fucking made her go down on him like that, I actually did that the other day. Because I saw this movie. Yeah, I did that. I did this past weekend. I did that because I thought about the scene from this movie and I was just like, let's just do that. It's fun. It is fun to be a little bit more dominating. What the hell? Why not? Why not? And for those who go, oh, you see, you hate this movie and it helped you out. No. I've been doing this shit a lot longer, okay, than fucking the first time I saw this movie, all right? Leave my sex life out of this, all right? Oh, wait, I'm the one that brought it in. Oh, shit. But yes. Yes, I did do that. It gave me the idea, all right? Done it before, but it just gave me the idea recently to do it again. All right, so that's going on here. Okay, so yeah, he's carrying her around the hotel room. He chokes her a little bit, and then they fuck on the bed. Okay, whatever. Okay, and during their pillow talk, okay, he asks Romy if she thinks that he's a bad person. What the fuck? You're fucking a married woman, okay? What the fuck do you think you are? And she says, like, no, you're a lovely person. Okay, if he's a fucking lovely person, then why the fuck is he blackmailing you? Okay, a blackmailing person is not a lovely fucking person. Okay? Now, personally, I think you're both fucking pieces of shit. Both of you. Samuel and fucking Romy. It's a love story between two pieces of fucking shit. Why the fuck should I care? Okay, so you fucked the CEO. Okay, cool, dude. Props for you. I'll give you a fucking high five right now. Great. Now what? Okay? What's that getting you now? How's this going to improve your fucking life? Dude, when is she going to fucking make some changes to advance you into her company? When's that going to happen? Have you even talked about it with her? Have you even fucking made that a condition? No, you threatened her job. Okay? But you didn't fucking talk about what you want in return. You see what I mean? How's this going to advance you? What's this going to do for you? You can't really be bragging about fucking her to the other interns. Because they're going to go to HR. They'll use that against you. Okay? So what the fuck? This is going to ruin his reputation as well. If this scandal comes out, who's going to fucking hire him? He's the guy that was fucking the CEO. You see what I mean? That's a fucking HR lawsuit waiting to happen if anyone hires him. And he's fucking white and straight. So right there, he's already got that working against him as well. So what the fuck? Like, how's this going to help him? It's not. He should have set those terms way before this. Instead, he's fucking telling her to fucking, he's telling her to fucking lick fucking milk off of a saucer on the floor, pick up that broken glass and shit. What the fuck? You should be fucking telling her, hey, listen, I need you to sign this fucking, this executive agreement that's going to guarantee me a 401k, okay, for the rest of my fucking life. Okay, and that kind of thing. You see what I mean? Take me on as an independent contractor. You're going to have to provide me with this, and this. Or else I'm going to go to the fucking board of HR. You see what I mean? This guy's not even a smart blackmailer. Anyway. So other than bragging rights, to brag to your guy friends, which you can't do without losing your job, what's the point? What's the point of fucking the CEO if it doesn't get you anything? Other than the pleasure of watching a family get destroyed, a marriage get destroyed. Anyway, so Roman says, like, you're a lovely person. You know things about people. You sense things about people, about what they want, what they need. He's like, yeah, I know. I scare myself sometimes. She's like, I'm not scared of you. Of course you're not scared. Okay, and then she goes into this fucking astrology crap. Okay, but he's not having any of it. Thank God. At least he's acting masculine. I will say one thing. Okay, at no point in this movie does Samuel act like a fucking like a pussy. He does not. He acts like a masculine man. I will give him that. Okay, he does act like a fucking man in this movie. Okay, so I will give you props for that. Okay, at no point in here does he, at least not yet. I'm sure that'll change later, because there's no way in hell they're gonna display a guy who actually acts like a guy. Okay, in this good of a light. Now, yeah, I know he's a bad guy. Okay, but they're making him favorable. Okay, we're looking at Samuel through the eyes of Romy, and Romy is fucking captivated with him, which means that the female audience that's watching the movie is also captivated with him. Okay, so they can't fucking show you things about him that are going to make him look bad or weak. Okay, because we're looking at him through the eyes of Romy. Okay, I'm pretty sure that'll change. There's no way in hell they're ever going to treat a straight white man with this much respect in a fucking 2024 movie in Hollywood. Ain't going to fucking happen. Eventually the shoe's going to drop. All right, but right now, so far, he's been acting very masculine. Stupid, but masculine. All right. And then he tells her, can you hold me? That's bullshit. He's trying to establish that he has vulnerabilities, which he does not fucking have. And of course, she's going to fucking hold him because, she's fucking stupid. Okay? He's appealing to her motherly side, okay, that he mentioned earlier, okay? And she's too much of a dumbass to realize this, okay? And that's what's going on here. Okay, I'm going to stop my review right here, but I'll be back soon to continue my review of this piece of crap. I thank you very much for watching this long. I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye.